second half about to start here in just a few moments. Really an incredible game from Silk.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a gnat was the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's good, Clark. San Antonio leading by 10. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for San Antonio, Parker out there at DeRozan. And there's Duncan. Then it's Pierce. And it's Aldridge in at the power forwards position. The Spurs shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Screen by Duncan. Parker kicks to Pierce. Lets the three fly, and the basket good. Pierce has got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Spurs.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Ingles can't get it to go. Ingles has gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. And DeRozan, here we go. And that one's good.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too.
Yeah.
But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the two. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
And, you know, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skills.
Aldridge against Favors. Just 5 to shoot. Another miss by Utah.
You know, for DeMar DeRozan, scary to think that he's still scratching the surface of his potential. Made his first All-Star appearance in 2014, was a little dinged up last year, but still very effective. No doubt he's the real deal.
Parker against Thomas. Shoots it up. Utah with the rebound. Ingles has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. He kicks it to Mitchell. Parker with the steal. A baseline J, and he gets the jumper to drop. And then 17 points for Silk.
That one goes down, but offensively, just 1 of 4 to start the third quarter.
Parker passes to Aldridge. Back to Parker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 14 points for Duncan.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Fades back. Favors can't get it to go.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Aldridge a screen. DeRozan on the wing. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Jazz trail by 16. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Ingles. And it's off from 3-point range. The Spurs have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Parker dishes to Aldridge. Outside DeRozan. Back to Aldridge. It's Pierce with the drive. Not enough on that one as it misses. Jazz have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half starting. Mitchell kicks to Thomas. Tries from 16. The Jazz with another miss.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pierce up top. He has 7. Drains it from beyond the arc. Pierce has got a pair of threes now here in the third for San Antonio.
You know what? That was good defensive effort. But on a shooter like him, sometimes it just isn't enough.
And the Jazz call time here. Well, Paul Pierce hinted that he could hang him up soon. He had that amazing run. Has nothing left to prove in the NBA. And I would say, of all the players in last year's playoffs, had some of the most dramatic individual shots we have seen from one guy in a long time.
He did, and you know, you forget he's done that really over the course of his entire career. Just kind of funny to see him doing it in a Wizards jersey, but you talked about it. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats, no doubt about it. So many big moments over the course of his career. And also, for all the kids out there, the best maybe footwork we have in our game, if you want to improve as a player, watch Paul Pierce's footwork.
Spurs leading by 17. Here's Parker. Outside Pierce. Back to Parker. Right side DeRozan. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Parker against Thomas. The pass to Favors. The jump hook, and he gets it to go. Favors got his 2nd bucket tonight. San Antonio's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the 3rd quarter so far. Parker against Thomas. Parker drives in. Dishes to Aldridge. Clock at 6. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
Both free throws good from Aldridge.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound. Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Isaiah Thomas.
Looking at the game for Thomas, he's got 11 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's gotten today have been just electric.
Outside DeRozan. Three-pointer. Ingles with the rebound. Ingles has got his 4th rebound in this one. Parker against Thomas. No good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. And Parker, here we go. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And so last season for Tony Parker, somewhat of a shift. I mean, he was solid, but injuries cost him a few games. He also had his lowest assist and points per game totals since his rookie year. But he fought through like the champion that he is.
That's good from Parker. Last year, a big challenge for Tony Parker. He was in his 14th season, obviously. Every great player needs to transform his game as he gets on in age. Clark, we've seen it with the great ones. Parker did put up the highest three-point percentage of his career last year.
And he also ran the offense with tremendous poise and professionalism and cut down the turnover average as well, the lowest of his career.
Favors with the screen. Here's Mitchell. And he gets the shot to ball after coming off the pick. Mitchell's got 19 points.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Outside, Pierce. Out to Parker. Fires the three. Rebound by Mitchell.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Yeah, he climbed all over him. I mean, there's a picture of that one in the officiating manual. So, clear, easy call.
Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for the Jazz. Isaiah Cannon comes in for Isaiah Thomas. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Ginobili's checked in. Spurs leading by 17. And Parker, here we go. Here's Aldridge. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Utah has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Cannon. Favors with the ball. Picked up by Aldridge. Here's Ingles. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Here's DeRozan. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting. Jazz trail by 19. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hands.
Utah calls timeout.
And it seems every season we see a player try and play through an injury. Sometimes it provides a boost with heroics, but it can lead to serious damage long term. It's a common practice we see, and some guys are pretty cavalier about it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Samuel Dallenberg, who's checked in for Favors. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Joe Ingles. Clarkson kicks to Cannon. Fades and shoots. No good from Booker. Greg, a lot of NBA players do play through injury. Last year, for instance, LaMarcus Aldridge played most of the regular season with a thumb injury that required surgery. Mike Conley, Clark Kellogg, we saw in the postseason play with the mask with a facial fracture.
Yeah, and it's hard to make a blanket statement if it's good or bad for guys to do that. You just hope the player heeds the doctor's advice and doesn't do any further damage by playing it.
And he gets it to go. 21 points for Silk. Spurs leading by 17. Now here's Mills. 7 points in the game. He feeds it to Diaw. Diaw, the screen. It's Ginobili with the drive. Diaw can't hit.
Excellent, really solid job actually by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Young with no one around. Nailed from three-point land. Young's got 6. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Great positioning on the putback. 11 points in the game.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Mills with it. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Young outside. Fires top of the key. That one wide left. Jazz trail by 18. Mitchell passes to Booker. Here's Clarkson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And while we have a moment, let's check the stats for David West. How the second half of the season has shaped up for him. He's averaging 7 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
And all indications are that he's been working hard on his game. It just hasn't shown up in the box score yet.
Free throw good. Clarkson, the Jazz making a switch here. Exum's checked in. Both good from the line that time. Spurs leading by 16. Ginobili outside. He dishes it to Mills. Picked by West. And Mills kicks it to West. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Feeds it to Mitchell. Puts up a 3. And that comes off the assist by Exum. And now 24 points for Silk.
This is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Shots good by Mills.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Shots good by Clarkson. Clarkson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
You're all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Young for 3. Rebound, Utah. Booker's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Clarkson with the ball. Picked up by Ginobili. Clarkson dishes to Exum. Dallenberg with a screen on Young. Here's Clarkson. And Utah another 3.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Young in the corner. Launches a 3. That's good. 3. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Now Mills. He's got 9 from deep 3-point range. And Dallenberg pulls it down.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
Yeah, I don't know, though, Clark. That defender was on him like glue on that possession. That would have been a heck of a bucket, even though we've seen him hit those in the past.
Ginobili outside. Kicks to Mills. Ginobili the pass to Mills. From deep 3-point range. No good trying to beat the buzzer. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Spurs lead by 13. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Jazz trail by 13. Favors and Gobert are the shot-blocking duo inside. Exum is out there with Isaiah Thomas, and it's Ingles in at the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Spurs leading by 13. Parker outside. Pass to DeRozan. There's the dish to Duncan. Clock at 6. The turnaround jumper. Gobert with the block. Thomas against Pierce. Outside Thomas. And it's Exum in the corner. Pass to Gobert. The shot by Thomas. Second shot opportunity. And it's finished off inside by Gobert. Gobert's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Jazz. And Pierce, here we go. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 4 assists now tonight.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Thomas rejected by Pierce. And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Parker against Thomas. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's good on the way in. Spurs leading by 13. Parker outside. Passes to Duncan. Gobert with the block. Dives for it. But he stays with it. Duncan kicks to Parker. Another shot. Good on the jump shot. And the Spurs lead by 15. Here's Thomas. Over to the wing. Here's Ingles. They grab their own miss. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Outside DeRozan. Aldridge a screen. Parker dishes to Aldridge. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
And the Jazz call time here.
That was a good time to call a timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got. Kevin?
And stolen by Aldridge. Outside DeRozan. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Exum. Another miss by Utah. Spurs leading by 15. Parker drives in. Here's Pierce. Ingles with the rebound. Ingles has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside Thomas. And it's Exum in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got 5 assists in the game.
perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Outside DeRozan. The feed now to Duncan. Just 5 on the clock. No good. Great D that time from Favors. Jazz trail by 13. Thomas passes to Gobert. And that one hits back iron. Spurs have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Exum with a wide open look. And he's good on the 3-ball.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Spurs leading by 12. Parker kicks to Duncan. Aldridge against Favors. From the wing, that's good. 10 points for Aldridge.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Thomas dishes to Favors. Nice D from Duncan.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
That is good. 16 points for Paul Pierce.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Thomas goes in, rejected by Pierce. And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back. Flushes it down to finish the break.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Here's Thomas. Rebound, San Antonio. Aldridge has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Parker up top. Gobert with the defensive effort. Jazz trail by 18. Here's Thomas. Excellent D there from Pierce.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter, and that's an understatement.
Screen by Duncan. Parker passes to Duncan. It's stolen by Gobert. Thomas goes in, puts up the baby hook. Thomas with another miss.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to DeRozan. Over to the left wing. Aldridge wide open. He fires. It's good from about 19 feet. Aldridge has got 6 points in the quarter.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
And again, San Antonio running the court in transition. And that one's good. Parker.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Great move to the hoop on that one there. He didn't let his height disadvantage dictate that matchup. And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
Mitchell, he's checked in for the Jazz. That free throw good from Thomas. Greg, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas before. Certainly his short stature limits him on Clark, the defensive side.
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't rack up a ton of steals, given his instincts and quickness. I think he really focuses on making his impact at the offensive end.
Ginobili kicks to Aldridge. The 10-footer. The rebound by the Jazz. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Here's Ingles. Finished off the break.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Spurs leading by 17. Aldridge a screen. Parker dishes to Ginobili. The Spurs rebound. Here's Aldridge. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Aldridge has been a handful. He has 12 points and 5 block shots. What a force he's been in the paint.
And he's gotten himself into the air, Clark, so often, blocking shots and getting rebounds.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Thomas goes in, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Spurs leading by 16. Parker passes to Duncan. And he stuffs that one.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Utah's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Thomas kicks to Gobert, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Mitchell, and it's Paul Pierce with the rebound.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Screen by Duncan. Ginobili outside. Duncan inside. Defended by Gobert. Screen by Duncan. Pierce against Thomas. The second chance effort. Can't hit. And Utah the other way now. In transition, here come the Jazz. Thomas is running. They recover it. And there's the pass to Mitchell. There's the bucket. Good. Mitchell's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
They've gotten some good second chances here in the second half, and that kind of extra effort will go a long way into cutting into this deficit. Whoa, that'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
Ingles dishes to Thomas. Here's the floater. Nice D from Duncan. Spurs leading by 18. It's Parker with the drive. In the corner, it's Ginobili. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. And that's 13 points for Manu Ginobili.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Favors against Aldridge. The fader. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Spurs.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were Some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And this victory will draw them even in the season series as it comes to a close.
Fitting that it ends 2-2 because it's been a really good battle between these teams this year.
No surprise here, just a big-time performance for Tim Duncan. He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Pick by West. 41 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 5 to shoot, and Mills kicks it to West. Fast break, here come the Jazz. A nice shot by Booker.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. Pick by West. Young outside. Here's the three. The shot misses. Here's Cannon. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Guys, I'm here with Tony Parker. And Tony, there was an intensity to the way this team played. Were you guys amped up?
We were motivated tonight. You know, today we were on a mission. We want to make a statement, and we played great basketball, great ball movement. Everybody wasn't selfish. We shot the ball a lot better, and we played great defense.
Statement delivered, mission accomplished. Nice win, Tony. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time. But first, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson just a few aisles above us.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Tim Duncan, with a strong double-double, points and rebounds. He was a force that was not going to be denied with his efforts both on offense and defense.
Tonight, just another page to tack on Tim Duncan's lengthy Hall of Fame resume. The fact is, Tim Duncan can still dominate as he always has. Maybe his game has changed over the years, but like he showed us here tonight, his all-around greatness has never gone away.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.